part of the missions team, we've realized that one of the big needs during the time of COVID is helping with food pantries. And we are connected right now to 5 different food pantries that we're helping. And one of them over in Olney, Pennsylvania, the pastors called me a couple different times and just asked, do you have any food yet? On another occasion, we brought a truck over to Upper Darby, and as we were unloading it, a group of about 35 people lined up, just knowing there was food coming into that building, lined up waiting to get food. You're going to hear a couple stories right now from Sharon and Emily of their experiences working with food banks during this time.
Soul Cafe began over 2 years ago as a faith community in Pine Hill with a family-style meal around the table to promote interaction and community. All were welcome. Come as you are, whether an established Christian, a seeker, poor, or homeless. The ministry grew, resulting in a second site beginning over a year ago at Magnolia United Methodist Church. Both sites grew, resulting in professions of faith, baptisms, and a sense of family. Some members would attend both sites. Then came COVID. Weekly food pantry continued at both sites with a huge increase in people attending. Many of these people were not previously known to us, and at times, especially in Magnolia, we had a line of cars going around the block. One woman in particular stands out. She was a mother of 2 teenage children and was at home trying to recover from pneumonia, as her doctor didn't want her in the hospital. For 4 weeks, we delivered food and meals to her, and over the weeks, it was rewarding to see her condition improve until she was able to finally get out and do her own shopping. The only way to remain connected to our homeless members was when they would access the food pantry. We did mailings, surveys, and took prayer requests. Often people would just come in search of someone to unburden their problems on, just someone to listen and to just someone who they felt was compassionate and would understand. We would pray with them and offer whatever support we could. One woman in particular was sitting on a chair outside just sobbing, and I went over to her and she just unloaded problems too numerous to mention. But after I prayed with her, she said she did feel better and would try to trust God more for the solutions. Pastor Charisse and the rest of us are so thankful to the team of FUMC who's continued to support us, especially during this time. We couldn't do it without you as ministry partners.
I've worked at food pantries for a number of years at this point, but experience in Upper Darby actually really impacted me. It was a few weeks ago, so during this whole COVID pandemic, and I was a little bit late to unload the food, but I got there and there was this maybe 10-year-old boy hard at work inside this truck, just hauling heavy boxes of food and didn't stop. He was offered breaks, he was offered water, he just didn't stop. I couldn't be outdone by a 10-year-old boy, so I just jumped in there and kept going. But the kid didn't complain once, jumped to doing everything. And after it was all finished, I get out and I just asked who this boy was. I didn't have a chance to talk to him. And I found out that because of the pandemic, his father lost his job and now the entire family is homeless. So they were being directly benefited by the food that we were bringing in that very day. Not only that, but the amount of hard work and the lack of complaint I heard from anybody there just showed me how appreciative they were. But it's not about how appreciative they were. It was about how meager the amount that we brought was, because it just wasn't enough to service this entire population that was going through struggles that we can't even begin to understand. And that just hit me really hard. And made me want to do as much as I possibly can for not only that community in particular, but every community that we don't even realize has such a great need. We think about the people in our area that are out of work and have food, but most of the people I know at least have a roof over their head, and this little boy didn't.
You've just heard a few of many stories about the food banks that we're working with. Because of COVID, we haven't been able to meet, and because of that, haven't been able to do the Easter offering and some of the communion offerings. This month, for our communion offering, we are taking it to help people at these food banks in particular to experience the love of God through this offering. Thank you.